The age of manual harvesting just died. These 10 machines started the revolution. Prepare to be amazed. At number 10, we have a machine that's rewriting the rules of farming. The carrot harvesting machine. Picture this, a mechanical beast rolling through fields with surgical precision. Rotating belts and rubber flanges work in perfect sync, gently lifting each carrot from the soil while preventing any rollback. Zero damage, maximum efficiency. But here's where it gets wild. The moment those carrots emerge, vibrating screens shake violently, launching dirt chunks into the air while powerful blowers blast away leaves and debris. It's a high-speed car wash for vegetables. The engineering? Absolutely brilliant. Farmers faced an impossible challenge, extracting fragile carrots from compacted soil without breaking them. The solution? Rubber flanges that grip without crushing, paired with a lifting system so smooth it feels almost gentle. Then comes the separation genius. Conveyor belts, vibrating screens, and air blowers team up to handle different debris types. Heavy soil drops through screens, light material gets blown away, and what remains are flawless carrots ready for market. This machine turns hours of brutal manual labor into minutes of automated perfection. Proof that innovation can transform even the simplest tasks into something extraordinary. At number 9, we have the potato harvesting machine. And this thing is an absolute engineering masterpiece. A massive blade slices through soil at the perfect depth, lifting entire rows of potatoes without bruising a single one. Sounds impossible, right? But here's where the magic happens. The machine uses a primary digger blade that cuts beneath the potato bed. Then conveyor chains lift everything up. Potatoes, soil, rocks, everything. Now, here's the insane part. As those potatoes travel up the conveyor, they pass through multiple separation stages. Aggressive shaker bars vibrate intensely, breaking up soil clumps and letting dirt fall through the gaps. Secondary and tertiary conveyors with different bar spacings continue filtering, each level removing smaller debris. But some advanced models take it further. Optical sensors detect the difference between potatoes and rocks, triggering air jets that blast away anything that isn't a potato. Split-second decisions happening hundreds of times per minute. These machines even adjust their digging depth on the fly using hydraulic controls, adapting to different soil conditions automatically. One machine, thousands of pounds per hour. At number 8, we have the apple harvesting machine, and this technology is straight out of science fiction. Robotic arms delicately pluck each apple without leaving a single bruise. Advanced sensors classify fruit in real time, separating premium grades from standard ones instantly. We're talking artificial intelligence making quality decisions faster than any human ever could. But here's where it gets wild. The FOPS Technic Shaker uses precise vibration frequencies that shake the entire tree, causing ripe apples to fall while leaving unripe ones attached. It's like the machine knows exactly which apples are ready. Now meet the SFM Samurai self-propelled harvester. This beast processes over 100 tons of apples daily. That's what dozens of workers would take weeks to accomplish. Modern sensors scan for size, color, and surface defects, rejecting anything imperfect. After harvest, roller conveyors space apples perfectly for inspection scanners that process 10,000 fruits per hour, catching defects invisible to human eyes. One system, multiple machines, perfection guaranteed. At number 7, we have the Ploeger MKC4TR Coriander Harvester. and this machine is solving one of agriculture's toughest challenges. Coriander is ridiculously delicate. We're talking fragile leaves and stems that bruise at the slightest touch. Traditional harvesting would destroy half the crop, but the Ploeger MKC4TR changed everything. Here's the insane engineering. Razor-sharp blades positioned at adjustable heights slice through coriander stems with surgical precision. But cutting is only half the battle. The real magic happens in the transport system. As those delicate bunches get cut, they're immediately caught by soft conveyor belts moving at synchronized speeds. No dropping, no tumbling, no damage. The belts are cushioned to treat each bunch like it's made of glass. But here's where it gets wild. The MKC4TR has a built-in cooling system that starts chilling the coriander the moment it's harvested. Why? Because coriander starts losing freshness within minutes of cutting. This machine literally stops time. The 4-row configuration harvests massive fields in single passes, while adjustable cutting heights adapt to different varieties instantly. One machine, 0 damaged leaves, pure innovation. At number 6, we have the onion harvesting machine, and this beast tackles one of farming's messiest jobs with absolute precision. Onions grow completely underground, surrounded by compacted soil and tangled roots. Pulling them out without damage seems impossible, but this machine makes it look effortless. Here's how the magic works. A specialized lifting blade digs beneath the onion rows at the perfect depth, loosening the soil without piercing a single bulb. Then aggressive digging chains grab everything and lift it onto the primary conveyor. Now here's where it gets wild. As onions travel up multiple conveyor stages, rotating rubber rollers gently tumble them while shaking off soil. The spacing is calculated perfectly. Wide enough to let dirt fall through, tight enough to catch every onion. The topping unit uses counter-rotating rubber belts that grab the green tops and slice them off cleanly, leaving just the perfect bulb. Despite all that aggressive shaking and tumbling, the onions arrive completely intact. No cuts, no bruises, no damage. One pass through the field, thousands of pounds of perfectly cleaned onions ready for storage. Pure efficiency. At number 5, we have the Oxbo 8430 Sweet Corn Harvester, and this machine is an absolute monster in the field. Sweet corn has a critical window. Once it reaches peak ripeness, you've got maybe 48 hours before it loses that perfect sweetness. Miss that window, and entire fields become worthless. The Oxbo 8430 solves this with brutal efficiency. Here's the insane part. This beast packs 350 horsepower from a turbocharged John Deere engine. The 6-row corn head snaps ears off stalks at speeds up to 4.5 miles per hour, sending them up an elevator into massive dump carts in one continuous motion. But the real genius is the operation scale. 2 of these machines working together can harvest 200 acres per day. That's 1,000 tons of sweet corn. They run non-stop, 4:30 in the morning until 11 at night. The hydrostatic transmission adapts instantly to field conditions. And those dump carts? They hold 20,000 pounds each, transferring loads midfield without stopping. One machine solving agriculture's tightest deadline with unstoppable power? At number 4, we have the Tomato Harvester, and this machine is redefining what's possible in agriculture. Tomatoes are incredibly fragile. One wrong move and you've got crushed fruit, split skins, and thousands of dollars in losses. But this harvester handles them like precious gems. Here's where the engineering gets wild. The machine uses a specialized shaking mechanism that vibrates tomato plants at precise frequencies, causing ripe tomatoes to detach while leaving unripe ones on the vine. It's selective harvesting without human touch. As tomatoes fall onto padded conveyor belts, they pass through an optical sorting system. Cameras scan every fruit at lightning speed, detecting color, size, and surface defects. Air jets reject anything green or damaged instantly. Electronic sorting conveyors separate tomatoes by ripeness level. Deep red for immediate processing, pink for later use. Some advanced models process up to 25 tons per hour. The padded catching system ensures zero bruising throughout the entire process. One pass, thousands of pounds, perfectly sorted and damage-free. At number 3, we have the cabbage harvesting machine, and this thing is solving one of farming's most backbreaking challenges. Cabbage heads can weigh up to 15 pounds each, and traditional hand harvesting destroys workers' backs. This machine changed everything with brutal efficiency. Here's the insane engineering. A precision-cutting blade slices through cabbage stems in one clean motion. Mechanical fingers immediately grip each head and lift it onto a cushioned conveyor belt. Tight enough to hold firmly, gentle enough to avoid crushing. As cabbages travel up, rotating brushes remove loose leaves while workers inspect each head. Damaged cabbages get rejected instantly. These machines harvest up to 40,000 heads per day, replacing dozens of laborers. One machine, transforming backbreaking labor into automated precision. At number 2, we have the Robotic Strawberry Harvester, and this is agriculture's most advanced artificial intelligence in action. Strawberries are the ultimate harvesting nightmare. They bruise if you breathe on them wrong, ripen at different rates, and hide under leaves. This robot is changing everything. Here's the insane technology. The robot uses three-dimensional vision systems with multiple cameras that scan plants from every angle, identifying ripe berries by color, size, and shape in milliseconds. Soft silicone grippers gently grasp each fruit while a tiny blade cuts the stem at the exact attachment point. The AI learns continuously. It recognizes which berries are perfectly ripe, which need another day, and which are damaged. Some models pick one berry every 3 seconds with 95% accuracy. The robot operates 24/7 with no fatigue. Each unit harvests the equivalent of 30 human pickers in a single day. One machine, harvesting nature's most delicate fruit without leaving a single fingerprint. At number 1, we have the Pistachio Harvester, and this machine uses pure brute force combined with surgical precision. Pistachio trees can grow 40 feet tall with thousands of nuts clinging to branches. Traditional hand harvesting is impossible at that scale, so engineers created something absolutely wild. Here's how this beast works. The harvester wraps massive padded clamps around the tree trunk, then activates a shaking mechanism that vibrates the entire tree at specific frequencies. Controlled violence. The whole tree shakes so intensely that every ripe pistachio releases and falls. But here's the genius part. Before shaking begins, the machine deploys an inverted umbrella system that surrounds the tree canopy completely. This catching frame funnels falling pistachios into collection bins, ensuring zero nuts hit the ground. The shaking frequency is calibrated perfectly, strong enough to release ripe pistachios, gentle enough to leave unripe ones attached and avoid damaging branches. One machine, one tree, 2 minutes. Thousands of pistachios harvested with zero waste and maximum efficiency. These 10 harvesters prove engineering solves impossible problems. Which machine amazed you most? Comment below, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.